What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have an AMT/cannabis trip report for you. The title of this trip report is Water, the Sun, and Love, and was submitted to Earwid in 2007 by the user Ray.P. With all that being said, let our story begin. Some friends of mine had been discussing the widely unknown field of legal or somewhat legal psychedelic substances in the United States. Alpha-methyltryptamine, AMT, is something we all found interesting, and one of my companions acquired 1 gram of the substance. Although I encouraged him to find and use a scale, every dose in that gram had been eyeballed, which is why I am unsure of the exact dosage I took. My mood over a couple of days had been generally depressed, and I made sure to wait a while till I felt back to normal before I tried this. As I decided I would be taking my dose the next day, I made sure not to eat a big meal before bed, and nothing upon waking up. Around 2 hours after I woke up, at 11 a.m., I washed down 30 to 40 milligrams of AMT with apple juice. I knew it would be a while before effects really set in. Based on what friends said and online trip reports have told me, the first effects were barely being felt around 40 minutes to an hour after ingestion, and by 12:30, 90 minutes in, I was definitely feeling similar to the effects of just having eaten an ecstasy pill. Warm body buzz and slightly empathetic. The come-up was so gradual, more than any drug I've known. The MDMA-like feeling built up slowly, but never climaxed to the exact feeling of MDMA intoxication until around 2:30 or 3 p.m. The difference between these feelings were that I never felt as lazy as while rolling, or as extremely empathetic or indulgent. Around 3 o'clock we smoked, between 7 people, 2 marijuana joints, about the length of a standard cigarette, and about a ½ inch thick each. This definitely intensified the body buzz I was having, although, for a little bit right after we smoked, I would keep forgetting that I had taken AMT, although I was definitely feeling different than any other time. At this time, I also started receiving some closed-eye visuals, which would increase as time went by. Throughout this entire time, I had been drinking lots of water, and I was taking a sip around one point, and a realization just hit me suddenly. It was about water and life. Water is the basis of all life as we know it, and life cannot be sustained without it in some form or degree. Constantly do we drink water or use water and not think a thing of it. But when we drink water, we are drinking life. This was very profound to me. It was around 4 o'clock or so when we smoked a little more pot. I only took 2 to 3 hits. Afterward, we were on my front porch having a cigarette on this sunny winter day. I was looking at the sky and the brightness of the sun, and the sun appeared to have these transparent petals around, like that of a flower, except they overlapped on top of everything. I was about to mention how pretty it was when it hit me like a freight train, so clearly that I was being shown the second element, the sun, the light it produces, and the heat it turns into. Without all of this, there would be no heat, and everything would cease to move as it reaches absolute zero. In an environment such as this, there would not be any sustaining life. This was the second element, and I was so excited in seeing this. By this point, I was definitely intoxicated. Although very awake, I would want to lay down or sit. Keep my eyes closed even when I was talking. Very talkative, by the way. And my speech would be slightly slurred. By 8 o'clock, I had definitely begun to see some mild, opened-eye visuals, even though the physical and intoxicated feeling I had seemed to begin to wear off. I wasn't too worried about feeling like I was coming down. I assumed it would be at least as gradual as the come-up. Around 10 p.m. or so, things were definitely winding down a little. But then we smoked a decent amount of marijuana, and I began at once to feel like I had a couple hours previous. We had been sitting on a circle at my friend's apartment, and I was watching two of my friends holding hands, and how their fingers would move and what that represented. And I realized the third element: love. All life and everything that happens exists, in one way or another, with love. This was very beautiful to me, and I recorded the elements of life in my friend's notebook. Throughout the next 3 to 4 hours, we smoked a little more marijuana, and the effects gradually began to wear off. By 1 to 2 a.m., I was feeling sleepy, and we went to bed around 4 a.m. Throughout the entire duration, I felt very uplifted mentally and spiritually. I am very interested in trying this again at a higher dose, although I feel cautious as it is a research chemical. All right, everybody. That is the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Share with us your AMT experiences down in the comments below. Check out the other playlists on my channel, and I will see you in the next one, fam. Deuces.